All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. It's time to go over the results after last week's picks. Did I make the perfect pick week? We're about to find out. So let's see what we got here. Thursday night action. Ah, sad to say, I picked the Chiefs to beat the Denver Broncos, in which they did. Sad to say, too, that the Kansas City Chiefs played their worst game of the year, but yet still easily defeated the Denver Broncos. So, Broncos got the loss, but I got the win, so I'll definitely take that one. Now we'll go on to the London game. Two teams looking to find a rebuild, find what they were doing wrong all year, maybe get their season back on track with the Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee Titans. Picked the Ravens, and the Ravens got the job done. A little scared late as they let the Titans come back in it, but at the end of the day, the Ravens were able to hold on, secure the win for me and for them. Next up, the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. I figured the Commanders were going to get the job done. They're playing the Falcons are definitely up and down, but they're talented. They're young, and that talent showed up and made me look bad as they got that win, and I got my first loss in the pick'em of Week 6. So, with that said, no perfect season or no perfect picks for me this week because I got the L as the Atlanta Falcons defeated the Washington Commanders. And here we are again. I figured the Chicago Bears had an opportunity here to take out the Minnesota Vikings. Well, they were down their best player, Justin Jefferson, but lo and behold, the Bears couldn't get anything going. And the Minnesota Vikings are still a solid team, which I overlooked, which I should have seen that they are more than just one player. They got the job done, and I got the loss. But what can you say? You can't win them all. Now we move on. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks, a sneaker. I really thought this game was really close, a lot low scoring than I anticipated. But the Bengals, there we go. Slow start once again. Looks like they're starting to figure things out a little bit. And Joe Burrow looks like he's back to near full health, which they will take since they paid him so much money. And he's starting to come through now as they get another win at home. They beat the Seahawks, which are an opposing team who did generate some offense, but not enough. And I got the pick right with the Bengals. And, well, the biggest upset of the week, the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Who would have thought? Browns down to their third string quarterback, but they show a lot of heart and will and guts in the dog pound. And since in Cleveland, they're able to take down the San Francisco Niners, who made lots of mistakes that ended up costing them big time. A couple key players getting injured, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels. They were unable to recover, even though they had a chance to win the game at the end. The kicker found a way to miss, as he missed, I believe, 3 field goals in that game, missed that one to take the lead. Cleveland Browns, definitely a great effort as they give the Niners their first loss of the year, and I took the loss on that one as well. New Orleans Saints, Houston Texans. Figured the Saints would get this offense going, and they did not. The Texans played some great defense. They're young, they're talented, and they showcased that talent, and they got the job done. CJ Stroud, I think he's fourth or third in the league in passing yards as a rookie, which is phenomenal for them. They're looking like they got a great future ahead of them, a big time win, and I picked the Saints, and they go down, as do I. Now we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, Indianapolis Colts. This is a game I figured if the Colts were at full strength, Minshew making the start kind of worried me, and that worry prevailed as the Jaguars easily beat the Colts. They just didn't look like the same team without Anthony Richardson, and lo and behold, it looks like he may be cutting his season short. He may not play the rest of the year, unfortunately, for the Colts, as they were looking like they got a lot of promise, but the future is bright for them. And I got the pick right with the Jacksonville Jaguars getting the big time division win they needed. They're on a 2-game streak. I'll take it. And the Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are just They want that first win so bad, but it did not come today because the Miami Dolphins, they just got too much firepower on offense. As they showcase once again, they put up the points in bunches as they scored 42 of them. And the Panthers, maybe not this week. We'll see next week, but definitely not. I got the pick right. I picked the Miami Dolphins to get the job done, which they did, and they have a great matchup next week. We'll discuss that later. And now the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. These Patriots are definitely not the team known in the Belichick era as being one of those tough, gritty teams that gets the wins. And they found a way to lose once again. Mac Jones played a little bit better, not to get any better, not to get any worse. He didn't really do anything to help the Patriots win. As the Raiders, they're gritty. They found a way. They got the job done. They're at 500. Who would have thunk that Jimmy G would be the guy to get this team over the hump? Their defense still looking stout. I got the pick right. I picked the Las Vegas Raiders to do it, and they did it. So now we got another game, a divisional battle. Los Angeles Rams, Arizona Cardinals, and the Rams are starting to look like their former Super Bowl days in 2021 as they go in big time offense, making plays, doing it. Cooper Kupp looking like he wants that triple crown once again. And the Rams easily defeat the Cardinals, who are a gritty, tough team. What they lack in talent, they make up for in heart. That is definitely for sure. But I got the pick right because I knew the Rams would find a way to get back on track, which they did. And the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets, the Jets, Jets, as Joe Namath said after the big time upset. Even though they were the home team, the Philadelphia Eagles were undefeated. No more, I should say, because the Jets defense turned it on and really exposed the Eagles. I know they're a great team, but I see it a lot with these heavy run teams. They just have a tough time when teams stick around and put the pressure on them and force them out of their running game style, and they make them pass more. Jalen Hurns, a lot of mistakes. He's definitely going to have to tighten those up. They want to continue their reign as one of the top teams in the NFC. But the Jets defense is for real. This defense locked him down in that last drive. The Eagles couldn't even get a first down. They went 4 plays and out. Just incredible. But the Jets with a big time upset. Great win for them. And Aaron Rodgers, he might be coming back sooner than later. And I got the pick wrong, which, can't pick them all right. I'll take it. And then we move on to Detroit Lions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both these teams got a solid record to start the year. The Lions are just continuing their reign. They're feeling it. They're definitely on their way to a playoff berth as they beat the Tampa Bay Bucks, as Baker Mayfield had a rough day finally for the Buccaneers. But, this Lions team they're really talented, and they showcase that. And we saw Reynolds put on the block of the year, Amon-Ra St. Brown, as he ushered him to the end zone, man. If you didn't see that, you got to go see that block. He just laid this corner out, pancaked him. Just reminded me of the classic jacked up segment they used to have on ESPN, but they don't want to glorify causing pain like that anymore in the NFL. So nonetheless, it was a great game, great win by the Lions, who continue to move up in the power rankings, and they're definitely on their way to being a playoff team. And I got the pick right, if I didn't mention that. Dallas Cowboys. I will skip the Monday night game. Let's go straight to Sunday night action. What a snoozer. You thought the Broncos and the Colts game of last year was a bad one to watch. This one was up there, except it had a lot of drama at the end. But the Buffalo Bills, my sure pick, I figured they'd blow them out of the waters. And Giants put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. Showcased a lot of flaws maybe with the Bills is their inability to be balanced on offense. Josh Allen, sometimes he does too much for this team, and it showed on Sunday night, put on display. They got the win. It was ugly. It definitely showed that they need to get that running game going if they want to continue to push, get to that next level, and finally beat the Chiefs or someone else in the AFC and make their way to a Super Bowl. But the Giants, they were gritty. No one thought they could do anything, and they went out there and they balled out, and they almost got the win. They just couldn't do it. Controversial call, you could say, at the end. From what I saw, looked like the player and the ball simultaneously connected. That's not a play you really want to throw a flag on. I think you just got to let it go. Sometimes the ball doesn't roll your way. It's a tough loss for the Giants. Let that be some momentum, though. Show that you can compete with some of the elite teams. But I got the pick right, so that's the main factor for me. That's important. And we'll cap my recap by talking about Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys, San Diego Chargers. You could say they're one and the same, but I don't really think so. Just because the Dallas Cowboys, they may not be as clutch as you think, but they're always winning at least. They're up there winning the division. They're up there top team in the NFC, and they found a way to get the job done. Because even playing in Los Angeles, it's like a home game for you, which it definitely showed. And the Chargers kind of didn't look like the unstoppable offense that they had been showcasing all year long. Herbert, definitely that potential time frame starting to run out, man. We're going to have to start seeing more from him as he struggled. He's not looking like an elite quarterback. Him and Dak Prescott are about one and the same. They're great when everything's going great. They're not going to create and make plays for their teams. They're definitely there to help their teams, but they need help from their team to be that great leader. And nonetheless, I picked the Cowboys to get the job done because I figured the Chargers were going to charger, which unfortunately they did do. In my benefit, I got the pick right. So after the week is all said and done, I did not have my perfect week like I was hoping for, but I was 10-5, which is seems to be the consistent mark for me. I'm always at that solid range, pretty good at this, so I'm trying to get better. So stay tuned later because I'm going to show you my picks for week 7. Maybe this will be the perfect pick week. I hope so. So I'll see you guys. Thank you. Over and out.